If this moment in history has you feeling depressed or filled with dread, you are wrong. Now, I don't mean that you are wrong in the sense that you are invalid for feeling those things. Feelings are feelings, and what stems from them is entirely valid. However, if you think that those feelings are the correct or rational response to the situation that we are in, you are factually wrong about that, which is actually good news because it means that the underlying assumptions that you are having about the world are based on either incorrect or incomplete facts about the world. Think about it this way: if every new piece of information that you learn about the world makes you feel like shit is more fucked than you realized that it was, it meant that you did not have a full enough picture of how the world works. Which means if you continue to read history and political philosophy and listen to thought leaders in revolutionary politics, you will continue to gain a more accurate view of the world, and all of the bullshit that's coming your way will stop being surprising. It will stop shocking your system every time it comes up because you understand that you need to expect those things. The good news being that if you are consistently having that fear and that pain in your chest and that shock of, oh my gosh, this is only getting worse and this is always going to be what my life is going forward, well, you don't have to feel that way forever. There is actually an other side to this. If you just continue to learn, continue to engage, you start to see what is coming and it doesn't hit you anymore. Now, that doesn't mean that the bad things are any less painful or concerning. It doesn't mean that we can just ignore them and not address each new bad thing. Of course, we have to, but that feeling of shock and feeling of being unable to do anything about each new bad thing happening to you, that goes away. But even better than that, the more you learn about revolutionary history and the more you learn about current revolutionary leaders living today and how they are resisting and how they eventually move closer and closer to their end goals of actual victory over regimes like the ones that we are living under right now, the more you learn about those things, the more you realize that these situations are not just survivable for most people, they are winnable for most people. Yes, these situations are terrifying, they are painful, they are going to lead to suffering that never needed to exist, and we should be sad and angry and upset about that. And I don't want you to stop being sad or angry or upset about that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that that concern, that sadness, that fear, that anger, all of those emotions can be processed, felt, dealt with, and converted into action. Whereas things like dread and depression kind of inherently just freeze you in place and make you feel awful forever. And those effects are what I'm saying you can be freed of, at least if those are things that you are feeling because of the current political situation. And I know what I'm saying might sound like it's hard for a lot of you to believe because a lot of you may have just started your journey when it comes to engaging with and researching a lot of these topics. And for a lot of you, it feels like everything you learn just makes you feel worse about the world. And that's because we were propagandized to believe that our world was good and healthy and that our place in it made sense. And the more we learn that all of that was bullshit, and actually a lot of really terrible things have been happening under our watch that we are actually being made complicit in, the more we learn that, the worse things are, and it feels like there's little that we can do. And so many of us stop our education right there. They say, hey, I have too much going on. This is too painful for me. This is too emotional. I'm getting overwhelmed. I can't handle this. Which is unfortunate because until we start handling this, until we push through to that other side of understanding and then action, we are always going to be stuck in this state of fear and pain and discomfort. And so I want to reassure you that the more you learn and the more you engage, the closer you get to being on the other side of that feeling of fear and that feeling of helplessness. There is another side to it. Even before we've achieved victory, even before the world is made just, you can feel better in this world right now, today, if you continue to read, if you continue to listen, if you continue to learn. I know it because I've done it myself. I finally reached this other side of things, and it feels good. I'm able to feel hope, not because I don't see the world as it is, but because I see the world exactly as it is. And I know we still have options. And I know this is a fight that we can win. And so get out there, continue to read, continue to learn, continue to engage, and let's fucking win this.